Hi guys, this is going to be a video on how to set up your Zoom settings and which ones you want to have on and which ones you want to have off. So I sent out a document on this. You can do it with the actual paper copy, or you can put this video over to the side and open up your Zoom window and I will walk you through it. Okay, it's going to take us about probably 8 minutes to get through each of the settings. There are over 65 settings. All right, so let's get started right now. Go to zoom.us and then you're going to click on sign in right here. And when you click sign in, you're not going to put in right here where it asks you to put in all this information like mine filled in. Go down and click sign in with Google. Now that's going to sign you in automatically with your Google account. Now on this screen right here, come over to the left and you're going to click on settings. Now the settings we're going to set are going to be for the most control for teachers and highest security. Okay. Now what I need you to do first is under the meeting tab, which is open already, I want you to go through and turn off every single one of these little buttons right here, which means they'll turn gray. All right. I'm going to pause the video, or you're going to pause the video, and then we're going to come back and we're going to go through and turn on only the ones we need. All right. Pause now. Okay, now that we're back, let's go through and turn on the ones we need. There are different sections as we scroll down this that are separated by these little gray bars, so I'll be specifying which section we're in. So we're going to start under security, and we're going to scroll down to the fourth option, which is require a passcode for personal meeting ID. Turn that on. And then make sure all meetings using PMI. And that password is fake, so don't worry about me divulging anything important. All right, continue going down. And now we're to the schedule meeting section. You're going to turn on the first two. Host video on. Participants video on. Now, just as a side note right here, we are going to just assume that we want the kids to have their video on, and that's the message we should push. Obviously, it's not something we can enforce, and if a kid refuses to do it, we cannot bust them for it. But as far as the kids know, we need it on so we can take attendance. So these two should be on. All right, keep on going down. Telephone and audio control should be chosen. All right, down to personal meeting, enable personal meeting ID. Those three you're going to turn on. So enable personal meeting ID, use personal meeting ID when scheduling a meeting, and use personal meeting ID when starting an instant meeting. Turn those all on. And then continue down. And the last one in this section, upcoming meeting reminder. Turn that on, and you will get reminders when a meeting is coming up. All right, now we're under in-meeting basic, under that section. Go down to the fifth option, and play sound when someone joins or leaves. And then choose host and co-host only. That means when somebody joins your waiting room, you'll get a little ding that says somebody's there, and only you will hear it, not the kids. All right, continue down. All right, now this one right here, I have you having turned off, but just I want you to be aware of what it is. File transfer. If you have this turned on, you can allow the kids to send you documents and images and pictures and stuff through the participants panel. I would say for startup, let's not turn that on just because it could possibly lead to problems. So just leave it off for now. All right, continue on down to co-host. You're going to turn on co-host, and simply what that allows is it allows you to make someone a co-host so that they can share their screen. Like another teacher could pop in, or the principal could pop in and maybe want to talk to your class. You could allow them to be the co-host and share their screen. Polling, turn on. This is a new feature that we haven't got to play with too much yet, but go ahead and turn it on. Always show meeting control toolbar. Turn that on. And then under screen sharing, turn that on. And for right now, I would say who can share? Host only. This is something that you can experiment with later if you want to see the kids, have the kids share their screen. You can change it to all participants and then put host only for the next option. But for right now, I would do host only. All right, continue down to the next one, which would be annotation. Go ahead and turn that on and allow saving of shared screens with annotation. Now, be aware what this does. This will give the kids the option, when you allow this to happen, to actually draw on the screen and type on the screen and do some kind of, you know, you could do like, there's a whiteboard down here. It's kind of the same thing, but they'd be able to draw on the screen that's actually put up by you. Okay, use with caution. Just be aware that it's there. It does record the kid that drew whatever's on the screen. It does put their name next to it, so you will have that. Same thing with whiteboard. Whiteboard just brings up a big, huge whiteboard that everybody can type and draw on with your permission, and it does put the kid's name, so use this with caution. Remote control. During screen sharing, the person who is sharing can allow others to control the shared content. So for example, if a kid was sharing, they could allow you to kind of pop in and help them control the contents. Okay. Nonverbal feedback. In the participants panel, there are these little buttons that the kids can click, like raise your hand, go faster, go slower. There's a couple other ones. I don't know what they are, but this will allow them to use those nonverbal feedback items, and you would be able to see like when a kid raises his hand. Okay, another one that's related to that is the meeting reactions. And this one is, you see it down in the toolbar and it actually says reactions. And when you click it, you get a couple different little icons, like there's a clapping, there's thumbs up, and then there's some new ones they just added, like a little heart and stuff like that. Those only pop up on your grid view for about 10 seconds over the kid's face. But you do want to allow this. That's a way that we can interact with our kids. All right, keep going down. The very next one, allow remove participants to rejoin. Turn that on. This will allow, like if you kick a kid out or a kid gets disconnected, they can come back into the meeting. They will be put into the waiting room, and you still have to enroll or let them back in, admit them back in, but it will allow them to reconnect. Next one, allow participants to rename themselves. Definitely want to turn this on, because if a kid is using somebody else's computer, it might say like Aunt Mary's computer, and you're going to need that kid to click on their face or their name and change it so you know who they are. All right, going down to the next section, in meeting advanced. Pretty much all of these are going to be off except for virtual background. Turn on virtual background and allow use of videos for virtual backgrounds. However, be aware that this does not work for the kids. Ooh, what happened? This does not work for the kids on the Chromebook. So it's unfortunate, but oh well. And then video filters, you can turn that on. That allows people to make themselves pretty. Okay, all the way down, skip the next 4 or 5. And then use HTML format email for Outlook plugin. Go ahead and turn that on. And then the next one, allow users to select stereo audio in their client settings. Turn that on. Allow users to select original sound in their client settings. Turn that on. And skip the next one, and then go down to join, show a join from your browser link. Go ahead and turn that on. That allows the kids to join from a browser instead of if they don't have the Zoom app. And then under the email notifications banner, we are going to turn on all 6 of these. So when a cloud recording is available, when attendees join meeting before host, when a meeting is canceled, when an alternative host is set or removed, when someone scheduled a meeting for a host, and when the cloud recording is going to be deleted. All right, last one, under the other toolbar, go ahead and turn on blur snapshot. That is just a nice privacy issue thing. And that is it. The rest of these are done. All right, now, since we're here, go all the way back up to the top, and I'm going to have you click on the recording tab. Okay, these are the settings that you should have set for the recording tab. You do want to allow local recording. Okay, that's for you. You do want to allow cloud recording. And then underneath cloud recording, there are some check mark boxes. I'll tell you which ones should be on. Record active speaker with shared screen, on. The next 2 are off. The next one, record an audio only file, turn on. Turn on save chat messages from the meeting. Under advanced cloud recording settings, you're going to turn on the first three. Add a timestamp, display participants' names in the recording, and record thumbnail when sharing. The last three should be turned off. Turn off automatic recording. Turn off IP address access control. Turn off all the rest of these until you get down to the very, very bottom, which says multiple audio notifications of recording meeting. Turn that one on. And that's it. You're done. Your settings are set perfectly.